fellow travelers, and welcome to my channel. Join me as I travel from Cebu, Philippines to Clark, from Clark to Dubai, from Dubai all the way to London in the UK, and then my final destination is in Belfast in Northern Ireland in less than 34 hours. I left the house at around 2:55 p.m. and arrived at the airport around 3 hours before my departure. I chose not to be too early in the airport because this is gonna be an 8-day trip and I will surely miss my family. By the way, since this is an international flight, I will be departing from the Mactan Cebu International Airport Terminal 2. Since this is a new airport, I will also be including in this video the stalls, the shops, and the restaurants in our new Terminal 2 airport. Prepare your passport and tickets for security check. These are the check-in counters for the Mactan Cebu International Airport. Since I am flying Emirates to London, then these are my check-in counters. After checking in, I was very happy to know that my luggage is checked through all the way to London. After check-in, we now proceed to security check and immigration. This is the pre-departure area after the security check. Since we have time to roam around the airport, I want to show you all the new shops around the pre-departure area of the Mactan Cebu International Airport Terminal 2. All the shops that I showed you are on the left side of the pre-departure area. And now, we proceed to the duty-free area after security check and immigration. As you can see, there are a lot of duty-free products for sale at the pre-departure area. By the way, every time I travel, I usually bring a laptop backpack and a carry-on luggage. We now proceed to the right side of the pre-departure area. So as you can see, there's an information counter right in the middle. If you're interested in visiting the lounge at the Terminal 2, then this is where you have to go. You have to look for the elevator there on the left side near gate 20. From there, you can either choose between the Plaza Premium Lounge for all the passengers or the Mabuhay Lounge for Philippine Airlines passengers. And now we proceed to the shops and stalls on the right side of the pre-departure area. These are the shops behind the information counter. It is now time to board flight Emirates EK 338 bound for Dubai from Cebu with a stop in Clark. These are the movie options as of October 2024 in Emirates flights. I want to check all the movies that I can watch and see how many I can finish during this long flight.
I have the pleasure to be the captain of Emirates Flight EK 338 bound to Dubai via Clark in Pampanga.
My 34-hour long journey starts in Cebu with a stop in Clark and then proceed to Dubai. From Dubai to London, and then London exit immigration, take a domestic flight to Belfast in Northern Ireland. These are the Boeing 777-300ER seat amenities. It has a power outlet, a USB port, and the entertainment console. These are my meal options for this short flight. Even prior to departure, I already started watching my first movie. Now we depart for Clark at 5:55 p.m. Cebu time. This is my first meal after departure, which is a snack. After around 1 hour 20 minutes, we arrived in Clark. The maintenance staff cleaned and prepared the plane for the next leg of the flight, which is Clark to Dubai. Cebu to Dubai passengers do not need to disembark and just wait on their seats while the Clark passengers board the plane. Now for my second movie. Whenever I fly, I always make it a point to choose the non-allergic meal. So it's usually fish or pork. I try to not order chicken when I'm flying. After all the Clark passengers have boarded, the seats beside me in my row remain empty, so I may be using these seats as my bed and lie down tonight. After our 1 hour 30 minute stop in Clark, we now proceed to Dubai. This is my second meal or dinner. Then my third movie. After eating dinner, I decided to just lie down and relax instead of watching another movie. Now for the lavatory tour of the Boeing 777-300ER, Emirates EK 338. I feel so blessed to be able to lie down tonight in this long flight. This is meal number 3 or my midnight snack. As of this time, it is 3:11 a.m. in Cebu or 12 hours after I left. After more than 8 hours, we now arrive in Dubai at 12:59 a.m. Dubai time or 4:59 a.m. Cebu time. This is about 14 hours after I left home, or Cebu time is at 5 a.m. We arrive at Dubai International Airport, Terminal 3. Our layover in Dubai is 6 hours and 30 minutes, which gives us enough time to rest, eat, and do a little bit of duty-free shopping. As of October 2024, the viral Fix chocolates is not yet available at the Dubai International Airport. Compared to other international airports that I have been to, I think Dubai International Airport has the most extensive duty-free shopping experience. However, it is not that cheap. Every time I visit Dubai International Airport, I usually look for items that are on sale to get a bargain. A few hours after our arrival in Dubai International Airport, we decided to just have breakfast at McDonald's because the food here is familiar. The time here is about 3 a.m. This is my fourth meal, which is breakfast. We still have enough time to go around after our McDonald's meal, so I just took videos again of the shops and the restaurants near our gate. So these are our restaurant options if you want to eat a full meal. As I was walking around looking at the restaurants, then I spotted Shake Shack. I would have loved to eat my breakfast here since the burgers and the milkshakes here are so good. This car is one of the prizes for the regular raffle draw in Dubai International Airport. Very nice car. And more duty-free shops. About 1 hour before departure, our gate was already accepting passengers to the pre-departure area. I am very excited for this next flight because we will be flying the Airbus A380. It is also known as the Super Jumbo Jet and it's the biggest passenger plane in the world. Before entering the boarding gates, a random security check is done for added safety of all the passengers. Finally, time to board. Emirates EK 001 Dubai to London at 7 a.m. Dubai time or 11 a.m. Cebu time. It is now 11 a.m. back home in Cebu or 20 hours after I left home.
Kita na dito sa kwando ka? Wala kami dito.
So the seating arrangement for the A380 is 3-4-3. 3 on the left, 4 in the middle, and 3 on the right. I also noticed that the seat amenities for the A380 are not as complete as the Boeing 777. As you can see, the A380 has an upper deck or a second floor. Look at the size of the A380 compared to the plane on the right side. The A380 is so big, it's just amazing how it can fly. We now depart Dubai at 7:45 a.m. This leg is from Dubai to London. After departure, it is now movie number 4. These are my meal options for this flight. Here is our flight plan. Dubai to London in about 7 hours. Just look at that view. It's just amazing. Here is my second breakfast or my 5th meal. This is just a sandwich, some pastries, fruits, yogurt, and apple juice. Now it's movie number 5. About 2 hours before arrival, they serve our lunch, which is my meal number 6. We've been having a bit of turbulence because our plane has been passing through a lot of clouds. See? We are inside the clouds. It's so cool. You can't see anything outside because we are passing through the clouds.
Prepare for landing.
Preparing to land. I'm actually very anxious about our arrival because, as I've said, we only have a 3-hour window layover in London, and it gives us just enough time to go through immigration, to get our luggage, to transfer to another terminal, and fly a domestic flight to Belfast. Oh no, the plane is starting to ascend again because it missed the landing at the first attempt. I'm praying that we won't be delayed too long because our next flight is not an Emirates flight, it's a British Airways flight, so they will not wait for us if we are late. Our plane is now flying back at 8,000 feet and is preparing again for the second attempt at landing. Here we go, second attempt at landing. Oh yes, successful second attempt. There's another British Airways plane right beside us. Finally arrived in London at 12:40 p.m. London time or 7:40 p.m. Cebu time.
Thank you.
I hope we were not too delayed because we have to hurry or we will miss our next flight.
Arrivals punta. Arrivals.
Because our next flight is domestic, we have to exit London immigration and claim our luggage, then proceed to another terminal for the domestic flights, and then check in again for our domestic flight to Belfast. So I really hope that 3 hours is enough for us to not to miss our flight. This is the terminal for the free transfer train from Terminal 3 to Terminal 5.
This train has 8 coaches.
Since our next flight is within the UK, then we have to transfer to Terminal 5 since this is a domestic flight in Heathrow International Airport. Aside from transferring from Terminal 3 to 5, we still need to check in our luggages and pass through security in the domestic terminal. We are now at Heathrow Terminal 5 or their domestic terminal. We have to look for the British Airways check-in counters so that we can check in for our next flight, which is going to Belfast. The British Airways check-in counter is self-check-in, so you have to follow the instructions. With about an hour to go before departure, we made it at the pre-departure area. Because we have a little bit of time, we just decided to get a snack while waiting for our next flight. This is meal number 7, which is a light snack. Time check, it is now 3 p.m. London time and 10 p.m. Cebu time. This is about 31 hours after I left home. More duty-free shops and restaurants at the pre-departure area of Terminal 5 at the Heathrow International Airport.
Bottega. Louis Vuitton.
Our British Airways gate is gate A18, London to Belfast in Northern Ireland. We are now boarding British Airways 1418 London to Belfast, 4:20 p.m. London time or 11:20 p.m. Cebu time. Again, this is a domestic flight. This is British Airways Airbus A320, domestic flight from London to Belfast in Northern Ireland. Finally, we have arrived in Belfast. Belfast time is 6:05 p.m. or 1:05 a.m. Cebu time. So again, I left Cebu at around 2:55 p.m. and I arrived in Belfast at 1:05 a.m. Cebu time or about 34 hours after I left Cebu. It was September 24 when I left Cebu in the afternoon and I arrived September 26 at 1:05 a.m. Cebu time in Belfast. So in this 34-hour trip, I watched 5 movies and ate 7 meals before I arrived in Belfast, my final destination. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel
Hi, we are here.
and watch the video on the things I did here in Ireland.